Team cohesion's in the toilet. We are tens of millions of dollars in the hole, and 9 of the 18 players on the game day roster are brand new for this season. But damn, we've started off hot. As you can see, I was not fibbing to you. We have won our first 2 games at home versus Leicester 2-0, and then we went away to Brentford and beat them 3-1. Their one goal was on a penalty very late in the game. As far as I'm concerned, we have 2 clean sheets because that was bullcrap. Doesn't necessarily show in the standings because a lot of teams have started off very strong, but it's looking good. Now, I mentioned team cohesion is in the toilet. We've got Razvan Sava who wants a new deal. Unfortunately, the new deal that he wants, he is demanding to be an important player, and that can't be done because we just replaced him. So we're trying our best to navigate that. And Enzo Lafie, we've replaced him about 4 times over in this summer transfer period, and I want to send him out so that he doesn't get upset that he's not playing. And he's not playing ball. So I've got these 3 little biscuits, Missouri, Eight Nori, and Fularuncho, who have decided that they're going to kick up some dust. And that has, in conjunction with all of the signings we've made, has tanked our team cohesion. Thankfully, we have not played a big team yet, and therefore it hasn't really affected us. I also mentioned that we are tens of millions of dollars in the hole. As you can see here, we are $30 million overdrawn. However, we still have $25.5 million and nearly $500,000 worth of wage bill. Our projections aren't looking super great. We are projected to continue to hemorrhage money, which is in stark opposition from last year, where it told us that we were going to gain money each of the next 3 years. I'm hoping some decent runs and consistent efforts in the Champions League, the Cups, and the Premier League itself is going to help turn some of that around. But who knows? The third thing I talked about was all of our new signings. So if you have not taken a moment to check out my last episode, the transfer special, I know a couple of you checked it out, but if you want to get a better idea of who we brought in and why, go ahead and check that out on the little tag up there in the corner. But very briefly, we brought in the likes of Endrick, Asan Wedraugo, Lazar Samardzic, Rome Jaden Owosu-Aduro, Jared Branthwaite, Alberto Malero, Ben Godfrey, Josip Bracalo, Nikolosh Davrashlidze, Hugo Ekitike, Eric Martel, Borna Sosa, all of those right in the heart of that episode. So huge episode. If you want to go take a look at it, again, tag up in the corner. But recently we've also done some work. I have found our first shiny piece of beautiful 18-year-old wonder kid goodness in the form of Konstantinos Karetsas. We have brought him in for $29 million and immediately have seen that value just skyrocket. He is going to be psychotic. If we look at his attribute analysis here, he is so well-rounded. I currently have him training as a right outside mid just because he's so much better than Harry Wilson. He can absolutely crush that center attacking mid. He would be playing there if we had not already signed Lazar earlier in the transfer period. But, I mean, as you can see, at 18 years old, he already has 3 caps for Greece. He has 16 natural fitness, 19 determination, 16 off-ball, 15 passing, 15 technique, 15 first touch, 14 dribbling, 15 acceleration, 15 stamina, 15 decisions, 15 flair. I mean, this kid is going to be psychotic, and he's only 18, and he's only going to get better. Only good things will happen because we signed him. In terms of outgoings, the team hasn't really seen anything going in the other direction. So This season, we are, by the numbers, currently at a transfer profit by $5 million, but that obviously doesn't take into account the obscene gobs of money that we spent last summer through January and then into the beginning of this transfer season. All that to say, we are in the process of getting ready for this Leeds game. They're currently in 8th place, and the expectation is that we're going to go and blow them out of the water. The starting lineup for our game today is going to be Owusu Oduro in goal, Ryan Ait-Nouri, Jared Branthwaite, Kurt Zouma, and Missouri across the back line, Martel and Wharton as our double pivot, Adingra, Samardzic, and Wilson across that attacking 3, and then Hugo Ekitike at the 9. I got that email that said the club expectations, supporter expectations, they're all just to draw this game. But I would say, based on how we started and the players that we have in this current roster, if we don't win this game, it's going to be a shock. So we have played this game incredibly fast, or I should say we've played the first 2 games incredibly fast. We are applying incredible pressure. The style is very direct. As you can see here, we've got Ryan Ait-Nouri just dribbling through the heart of the defense, inverting and passing up to Hugo Ekitike. Even our ball-winning midfielder, Martel, is getting up the field. So Adam Wharton out to Missouri. He's going to beat his person to the corner, cut it back to Adam Wharton, and we are kind of just playing with the ball. Adam Wharton drives in, and that's a save by Meslier. I love seeing our defensive midfielders get in there. Samardzic to Zouma. Samardzic has had a really great start to the season. In those 2 games, he is currently at 2 goals and an assist. Like I said, the Konstantinos kid, he would be starting because he's incredible, and I would love to just get him as many games as possible so as not to upset him and make him leave. But Samardzic is just, he's a more established player, and also he's playing really, really well. Oh, point blank range for Ekitike. Oh, right into the defender, puts it behind for a corner. Samardzic lines up again. We've got Kurt Zouma on the back post. Kurt Zouma. Oh. Second goal. Let's go. Back stick. Out jumps everyone. Samardzic is now 4 goal contributions in 3 games. Get in, you beauty. Zouma jumps over Mpadu. And we are up 1-0. Hugo Ekitike, he has also started off pretty brightly. I believe he has 2 goals on the season in our 3 games. Zouma. No way. Zouma was absolutely not offside. That must be interference with the goalkeeper. I don't know who was standing in front of him. I want to see that. Who is this? Who is Simon Adingra? Oh, that's frustrating. That's frustrating. Kurt got a big head on the ball. It was saved by Meslier, and then he was first to react, but Adingra happened to be screening Meslier. And Samardzic into Ekitike. Let's go! 3rd goal of the season for Hugo. I'm telling you, Samardzic now 5 goal contributions, 2 goals, 3 assists in his first 3 games in the Premier League. Loving that. All right, 2-0, 30 minutes in. Let's keep it rolling, boys. Let us keep it rolling, boys. Our XG is looking good, though we are currently outscoring it. I think I saw we were at a 1.43. Martel dribbles through, wins it. He's going to put it back to Missouri, into Adam Wharton. Wharton's going to pass it into Missouri. Hugo Ekitike, 4th goal. That is his 2nd brace in a row. He, of course, had a brace against Brentford. Scored pretty late on to get that brace too, but I mean, we were in control of that game. Hugo Ekitike puts it in. Meslier did not cover himself in glory, putting his body down on the line there for that shallow cross across the 6. What a hit. What a hit, son. All right, we are just bulldozing Leeds right now. They have yet to have a shot. Wilson with the diving clearance to Martel, who looks to get up the field into Samardzic. Back to Zuma. Again, I mean, you would think that these players have been playing together forever. We're looking very, very fluid, which is exciting because, like I said, half of this team was signed half of this team was signed in the summer transfer period. So we end the first half. They had that one shot on target, and I think it was probably that dink effort from the free kick that Harry Wilson dove and cleared. But, I mean, it's just been a bulldoze session. We have had a lot of shots on target so far, and I love it. Let's see what we can do. I mean, with Ekitike playing so well, Endrick is not going to get in. I had thought perhaps we'd be able to use him at that right wing role, but with Konstantinos coming in and me wanting to give him game time to really take advantage of the incredible potential that kid has. On the 0 angle, Ekitike. I think Adam Wharton was the one who put that ball in. This is our deep-lying playmaker getting so far up the field, shaking the defender to get to the end line. And Ekitike, I think he might have 5-holed Meslier, but puts it at the 0 angle to go all the way across the box for his hat trick. Yeah, baby. Go, Liverpool, go. All right, I think we can praise these homies. Adingra is getting a little tired, so we'll bring in Moliero. Samardzic is getting tired, so we can bring Konstantinos in. And yeah, I think Harry Wilson might be the next one. And then we can put Endrick out that way. But yeah, I think that looks good for right now. Let's try to see this out. If you want to score a couple, go for it. So we got about 20 minutes to go. Yeah, Harry Wilson is tiring. Kurt Zuma just skies to clear that out. Harry Wilson is now on the break. He's getting closed down by like 57 Leeds players. Ryan Aitnori back to Adam Wharton. Recycles to Branthwaite, who should... Okay, great ball. His distribution has been excellent. Wilson up to Missouri. Is he going to cut it back to Wilson? Yes, he will. Wilson. All right, I will take that. Harry Wilson, good look. And that will be his last action on the field. I'll bring Endrick on. He is absolutely an inside forward. Cool. And that looks good for right now. Martel's on a yellow card. I think I'm going to take him off just because there's no point in risking him taking a second yellow in a game we're up 5-0 on. I think we can pivot this to our see out the game mentality. Corner, Milero in, Zuma near post. Zuma with the brace. Milero with the assist. Let's get it, boys. See, now I wish I'd brought you back for one of the earlier games where it was a little closer. But I mean, 18 shots on goal, or 18 shots, 11 on target. We have a 3.46 expected goal, and we put 6 past him. Kurt Zuma with the brace, Ekitike with the hat trick, and Harry Wilson. I mean, how Ekitike didn't get a 10, I have no idea. I will never know. But yeah, that's what you call a demolition job. All right, as I mentioned in the last video, I am going to skip us ahead. Here's that beautiful, oof. That is, before I go any further, let's admire. Let's admire. If you took a look at the most recently posted short above, you will see that the league powers that be had zero, and I mean like zero belief that we were going to do anything. I think we were like 500 to 1 to win the Prem. I mean, it's not Leicester City odds, but we're certainly outperforming that right now, with Chelsea being the only team that could theoretically top us with our plus 10 goal differential. Whew, beautiful thing. As I was saying, I am going to do West Ham in the background, and then I'm going to bring you back for Chelsea, because Chelsea is in 5th and West Ham is in 13th. So I think that that's a pretty fair indication of who we should be showing. So I will see you for Chelsea. Quick little pop in between those games. We have found out who we're going to be playing in the Champions League this season. We will be home against Ludogorets, away to Real Sociedad, home against Liverpool, away at Napoli, away at Antwerp, home against Milan, away at PSG, and home against Bayer Leverkusen. We should beat Ludogorets. We should have a good game against Real Sociedad. Liverpool will be tough. Napoli will be tough. We should beat Antwerp. Milan and PSG will be tough. And Leverkusen should give us a good game. So that's 1, 2 pretty confident wins. The 2 decent games. And then the 4 tougher games. So I would say we're probably looking at that 9 to 24 group playing in that knockout playoff. But we've got our teams. It is official. It's real. It's real. It's real. All right. I will be back for Chelsea. So let's not pay attention to up here. We're going to pretend that West Ham game didn't happen, and we went directly from Leeds to Chelsea, because that was bull honky. Let me tell you what. So we're just moving on, because that's what we do. All right. There is a bit of rotation today because I am just so rankled by that West Ham game. So Sava is going to start in goal. Sosa, Branthwaite, Zuma, and Missouri across the back line. Martel and Wharton at the double pivot. Adingra, Karetsas, and Wilson across the attacking midfield. And Ekitike up top. This is a big matchup for us. As you can see, Chelsea is in first place. And because they're in first place, they get the first highlight because, of course. And here we go again with the stupid freaking fullbacks fouling people. Missouri with the poor tackle in the box. I believe that was on Enzo. Ref's going to go check his tiny little television. Penalty. We are in the 8th minute, and maybe Sava is going to save Ocampos' goal. He is not. So we are down 1-0. Grr. That West Ham game was a real letdown. Sava barely moves. I don't know if Aduro Owosu would have done much better, but that was frustrating. All right, we have an attack here. Adam Wharton pushes it out wide to Sosa, who dribbles into the box, cuts it across. Konstantinos! Oh, another point blank. I think that's 2 on-film games in a row where we've had point blank shots saved off the line. Ekatike had one of them. Zuma. Ekatike had one of them in the Leeds game, and now Konstantinos has one saved from inside the box. And we are trying to show some life and not doing a very good job of it. This is like our 3rd. Yes! Kurt Zuma can always score me a goal. We are just continuing to knock on the door here with these corner kicks. That was our 4th corner. We finally scored off of it. Kurt Zuma did his thing, skied into the near post, dropped the ball into the back of the net. So now we are drawn 1-1 with Chelsea. As you can see, Fulham, for some weird reason, is this far up the table. Odd. But Chelsea is securely in first place with 13 points. We are at 10. Ask for a bit more possession. But they're at 13 points. We are at 10. So if this were to turn around, we would be in a position to go top of the table again. Yikes. Yikes. All right, we're about 57 minutes in. Harry Wilson has not kept himself fit. We had about 2 weeks off. What team are we playing for here? Jorgensen, I'm sure, was just like, cool, thanks. I'll take that. We've had about 2 weeks off. We've done a couple of the U21 games because we had so many people out on international duty. It didn't really make sense to do any friendlies, any like worthwhile friendlies. So we have several players who are kind of not super fit right now. That'll be something that I'm hoping. I'm hoping the rest that we're giving them is going to pay off in the long run when we're playing across 4 competitions: the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and hopefully making some decent runs. Did you see his little leg go out behind him there, Jared? All right. I need to encourage the kiddies. Get them hype. And then Harry Wilson needs to come off. Harvey Elliott can come on. Elliott was atrocious in that West Ham game. I decided to start him because I'm paying him all that money, and he got absolutely crushed. Yes, there's plenty of time to make a change. Maybe, I put in Ryan Aït-Nouri. In fairness, Borna Sosa was doing pretty darn well. Just he was, again, getting a little tired. We've got a couple more kiddies that are tired. Malero can come in for a Dingra. Karetsas can come off for Enzo Lafie. Then Eric Martel we can give Fularuncho a run. I know Ekitike is on a 6.2, but I want to keep Eric Martel healthy, and I trust that Ekitike can come and make good. All we need is the one. All we need is the one. This is not the start of... Nope, just kidding. Sava comes out and claims on the back post, holds on to the ball, and plays it short to Jared Branthwaite. Goes out wide to Aït-Nouri. Take the space, Aït-Nouri. All right, Fularuncho. Let's see what he can do. He has been very angry. Harvey Elliott. There's no flag up on the side. Let's preemptively get this going. Oh, man. Fularuncho with the pass. Oh, he's very off. Threads it through to Elliott. Great touch into the box, and then puts it into the back post. All right, here we go. This is Kurt Zouma time. Kurt Zouma time. They're on the near post. Zouma skies up. Enzo Lafitte into Adam Wharton. Yes! Whew, that was a broken play. And we somehow got it out to the top of the box for Adam Wharton to take a shot. João Felix tries to head it, but puts it back into his box to Elliott. Lays it off to Lafitte, who passes into the box Wharton, who goes and puts it into the back of the net. All right, we've got about 3 minutes here. I'd say a draw here. Number 1 team in the league. We are happy with that. A draw, all things considered, I think is a good result for us. So we are 5 games in and currently find ourselves in 3rd. I think, again, were we to, at the beginning of the season, hold some like realistic expectations for ourselves, I feel like being in the top 4 is certainly something we can hope for and dream for, taking that step forward from last year where we finished 5th. So having gotten some points from the teams that we need them, except for that stupid West Ham game, and taking points from teams above us, that Chelsea game, I think puts us in a really great position, much like last year, to ride that early season momentum and see out another really great year. Now, in terms of what we're going to do, we're going to bring you right back. We have Ludogorets home in our very first Champions League game in the Stadium of Light. Period. Full stop. So we obviously have to show you all that. And then Liverpool, we have some vengeance to exact from last year. So I'm going to bring you back for that. So we're going to go back to back in the next episode and see what we can get out of that. If you enjoyed that video, I would love for you to like and subscribe, comment, because it helps with the algorithm. And again, as I always say, I'm trying to make this thing a thing, and I cannot do that without you all. So thank you for watching.